Is this Disney World's best brunch? Today, we're visiting Raglan Road to test out their brunch. We'll be ordering a ton of food, drinks, and at the end, I'll let you know if it's worth checking out. Raglan Road is known for their incredible Irish pub atmosphere, some impressive drinks, and of course, great food as well. But today, we're here to see how their brunch holds up to their regular menu, and I've heard some great things. We're actually seated in a room called the Music Room. I've never sat back here before, but it's kind of like a good between sitting in the main room and one of the side rooms, because you don't have all the chaos of everyone walking by, and it's a tad bit quieter than sitting in the main room, but you can still kind of hear everything, and you could hear all of the music back here. So this is a good option, a good room to sit in. I am so excited to be dining here for brunch because, believe it or not, I've never dined at Raglan Road for brunch before, and you guys know I love a good brunch, especially at Disney Springs. I've been to pretty much every other restaurant here for brunch, but never Raglan Road. Of course, I've dined here a bunch of times for lunch, for dinner. I've come here for drinks so many times, but never for brunch. It's finally happening today. And I figured it was the perfect time to dine here because St. Patrick's Day is coming up very soon, and obviously Raglan Road is the place to be for St. Patrick's Day. If you don't have a reservation already, it might be a little hard to grab one because, like I said, this is where everyone wants to be, but it is so much fun. I've been to Raglan on St. Patrick's Day before. You can't beat it. The entertainment is great, the vibe is great, the food, the drinks are great. It is so much fun here on St. Patrick's Day. We're here a little bit before, but we're still going to enjoy the Irish pub vibes here. Now, before we go over the full brunch menu, I want to talk drinks, and they, of course, have no shortage of beers and of whiskeys. This whole menu is full of them, but I want to focus down here on the cocktails. This is what we're going to be looking at. They have so many good ones, including one of my favorite espresso martinis on property. That Irish espresso martini is so good, guys. If you're in the mood for an espresso martini, highly recommend getting this one. It has a Guinness simple syrup in it, and it is oh so delicious. But another drink I like here that I've never featured before is the Wild Rosy. So I think we're going to go with that today. And if you're not into alcohol, I wanted to point out these non-alcoholic drinks at the bottom of the menu. They have a really good selection. They do that Wild Rosy that I'm actually going to be ordering in a non-alcoholic version. They have a strawberry cucumber mojito, and they have this berry un-Irish here that sounds really good as well. But like I said, I ultimately ended up going with the Wild Rosy, which has wild rose gin, Rocky's botanical liqueur, a homemade rosemary syrup, lemon pellegrino, and Fever Tree premium tonic for $16. Cheers, Lauren. I'm here with my sister enjoying a nice little beverage. And cheers to you guys as well. It's too good. You guys know, if I'm not ordering an espresso martini, I'm ordering something with a little bubble. And honestly, this is one of the better bubbly drinks at Disney World. I absolutely love this. It's just sweet enough from that grapefruit. And it's really weird because I actually do not like grapefruit. It's always like too bitter and sometimes too sour for me. But somehow in this drink, it works. And I love the florally and the rosemary kind of flavor that comes through. And I also love a drink with gin. This honestly just has like everything I like except for grapefruit. And it just all works. It is so good. Delicious. My sister ended up going with my recommendation, the Irish espresso martini. How are you liking it now that you've taken a couple sips?
I like it a lot. It has a different taste, but it's a good taste. I can't put my finger on what's different, but Kristen probably could.
I think it's probably the Guinness simple syrup that's doing it for you, because I love that part of it.
It's more chocolatey, but I don't know if that's from that.
It's probably the Guinness simple syrup, but you've also tried a sip of my drink. Which do you prefer?
I honestly really like both. That's probably what I was going to order if I didn't get this, so I don't know that I have a favorite, just depending on my mood.
Well, now you get to try both. Well, I really like a lot of the drinks here, and one really good thing about the drinks is that they have a great to-go bar. This just recently opened. They have Patty's Bar right out front. You could grab any drink from the menu out there, and it's really good because you could grab a drink if the line at Gideon's is super long. It's right across from the line at Gideon's, so you could just hop over, grab a drink at the bar, and hop back in line at Gideon's. They honestly have so many bars here around Raglan that you could just grab a drink to go from, or you could just sit at the bar and order a drink from there. But now that we're settled with our drinks, let's talk brunch menu. And guys, this is one of the larger brunch menus I have seen at Disney World. And let's start by looking at the starty stuff. All of this is pretty much the same that you could find on the lunch and dinner menu. I'm not really seeing anything that is different here. I do really love the pulled box tea. I think that is delicious. And I'm seeing this new dish over here with pretzel, beer, braised onion, cheese sauce. Oh my gosh, we might have to try that out. The only thing I'm seeing that's different, they have these brunch sides over here. They have a side of banana bread. You could get a side pancake, a side of fruit, or a side of crispy skin-on potatoes. I wonder how that banana bread is. Down here is going to be our brunchy stuff, and they have so many different brunch entrees. They have two sweet things over here. They have a bread and butter pudding, French toast style. Oh my gosh. And they also have blueberry and lemon pancakes. You guys know I love some blueberry lemon combo, so that sounds right up my alley. They have some tacos. They have a full Irish breakfast. They honestly have everything. Steak and eggs. Everything you could possibly want is on this menu, and you can also order some lunchy stuff. My favorite things on this lunch menu are over here. The worth the wait beef sandwich is probably my favorite thing on this menu. It is insane. And the fish and chips, you just can't go wrong with those. We're gonna stick to ordering brunch stuff on this menu today, except for our appetizers. I have gotta try this new appetizer on the menu. I think it just debuted maybe a month or so ago. I have to try this pretzel, beer, braised onion cheese sauce, We Can Do No More. This has a potato pretzel with beer braised caramelized onion and cheese sauce for $12. How insane does this pretzel look? I mean, this looks so good. There's a lot of good pretzels around Disney World. I mean, this might be in contention for best pretzel at Disney World, just based off of looks. We'll see how it tastes, of course. But just look at how doughy this is, and it's so buttery as well. Oh my gosh. I gotta break myself off a piece. It's so soft, guys. I am so excited for this. You know it's a good sign when there's just butter coating your hands when you're breaking apart a pretzel. And this cheese, there's these onions on top, and I could smell how rich those onions are. Oh my gosh. It's so good. I'm double dipping. I don't even care. Sorry, Lauren, I'm double dipping. I need to.
You're bad.
Lauren, you gotta get in there and let me know if it's as good as I think it is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's really good. The onions on top are like a French onion soup.
Oh, that's exactly what it is.
Onion. But then, yeah, this is super buttery. It's really good.
Guys, I wish I were kidding. This is one of the best pretzels I've ever had in my life. Not only is it one of the best pretzels I've ever had in my life, this beer cheese sauce with onions, I think is the best cheese dipping sauce I've ever had in the entirety of my life. And it's all because of those onions. They are so rich, and like my sister said, it's like these deep braised onions that have been braised for like French onion soup. Like, it tastes like French onion soup onions on top of this amazing beer cheese. And when you mix them in together, the combination is life-changing. And this pretzel, it's buttery, and it's like pillowy soft. It's a potato pretzel. Like, I just pressed it in, and it just like, it's like, I don't even know. This is like insane. Like, I'm kind of just shook right now.
I wish we had more so we could eat all
Yeah,
the cheese.
there's so much cheese in here. We're almost done with the pretzel, which I'm very sad about because you only get one pretzel. You get this big old bowl of cheese and onions here. I would literally eat this with a spoon. That's how good it is. I'm not even kidding you. But man, I'm not kidding you. This is like a 100% must order. Like, best thing at this restaurant, one of the best things you could eat in all of Disney Springs, one of the best soft pretzels with beer cheese ever. I don't know how we're possibly going to follow up that pretzel, but I also decided to start our meal off with a side of banana bread for $6. I feel like it's not very often that you see just a banana bread on a menu, especially at Disney, but they got it here, so I figured we got to try it out. Now, I don't think there's any chocolate chips in here. I think those are just like the banana strands, which I like a banana bread to have some chocolate chips. It is very like crispy and crusty on the top there. It looks a little bit dry, especially when I'm pulling it apart there. Hopefully it doesn't taste dry. You know, it looks a lot drier than it actually is. Not to say it's super moist banana bread, because it's not. It definitely is a little dry, but it looks a lot drier than it is. The banana flavor is good. It's not too sweet or anything. I really like the flavor. It definitely could benefit from some chocolate chips. I think some chocolate chips in here would be great. I think it's a fair price, $6 for two pretty large slices. Like, if you want to start off with a little sweet, I think this would be good to start off with. I don't think it's a must order or anything, but if you like banana bread, come try it out. But I do think we're going to get to some sweets on the menu that are a lot better. And I want to try some of the sweets from the entree list. And I can't decide between that bread and butter pudding or the pancakes. They honestly both sound so good, and our waitress kind of said both of them are delicious. And I saw the pancakes going by, and guys, I was sold on them instantly. So we're gonna order some entrees and try them out. I want to show you guys a couple of different things. Starting with the pancakes, yes, we make them too. These are house-made buttermilk pancakes with vanilla mascarpone, blueberry and lemon compote with oat crumble and maple syrup for $18.50. I feel like these pancakes are going to be sweet enough on their own with all of that lemon and blueberry and mascarpone on there, but let's pour a little bit of this syrup on here as well. What do you say? Just a little bit, because I want to try it without as well. You guys know I can't resist anything lemon blueberry on a menu, so you know I had to try out these pancakes here, and these look great. Okay, we've got 3 pancakes. Ooh, and they are steaming. Look at that. We got to get plenty of that lemon and blueberry on there. Oh yeah, this looks so good. It's gonna spill. I know it. I need to be careful. I hate when I order something that's lemon blueberry and there's barely any lemon or blueberry flavor, or there's all lemon flavor and no blueberry flavor, or vice versa. This has the perfect amount, the perfect balance of both of those flavors. And these are not like light and fluffy pancakes. No, these are 3 extremely thick, dense pancakes, and they're good pancakes too. Like, this is a huge portion of pancakes, and because they're so thick, man, you're gonna need to split this meal here. And I think the pancakes themselves have a little bit of a lemony kind of taste as well. I like when you squeeze a little bit of a lemon juice in the pancake batter, and that's what it kind of tastes like is going on. Now that lemon curd on top is insane. The flavor of that lemon curd is so tart. Like, if you don't like tart lemon curd, you're not gonna like this. Like, it's so tart, which I happen to love. And it might look like there's a lot of that lemon curd on there, but you do have 3 really thick pancakes, so it soaks into those pancakes perfectly. There is the perfect amount of that lemon curd on top to complement all 3 of those pancakes. And yeah, you totally don't need that syrup whatsoever. Like, the lemon and the blueberry sauce on there is just enough. And I got a bite with that mascarpone cream. Absolutely insane. And I'm not a sweets for breakfast person. You guys know that. I like to have like a little tiny bit of sweetness, and that's all I need. But I would actually say I would order a full stack of these pancakes. That's how good they are. Once again, we have something that is going to be very hard to follow up in those pancakes, but our next entree is going to be something savory. This is the all this and eggs on top with pulled slow braised beef, crispy skin-on fried potatoes with sautéed mushrooms, green onions, and mushroom ketchup, topped with 2 sunny side up eggs for $25.95. The whole reason I wanted to order this dish is because it has that slow braised beef. I told you guys when we were going over the menu that my favorite dish on the menu is that beef sandwich. And they braise the beef for like 12 hours and it is just so tender and delicious. And this dish here has it. And I feel like it would be very good in a breakfast kind of scenario here. So that is why I ordered it. Now, the mushroom ketchup kind of threw me off a little bit, but I think by mushroom ketchup, they actually meant like a mushroom gravy. Maybe that's kind of what they mean in like Irish. It's like actually like a brown mushroom gravy. Let me see if I could do this without breaking the yolks. It's gonna be very tough. Oh my gosh, there's a big hunk of beef right there. Do you guys see it? That beef is going to be so good, especially with the runny egg yolks on it. But let's crack those yolks here. Oh yeah. There we go. Ooh, I want to get some of that potato there with the beef and some of that egg yolk. Ooh, I got to break this potato up. There we go. I got to get more beef. Ooh, and that like mushroomy kind of gravy. This looks so good. I see what they mean when they say mushroom ketchup. Because yes, it looks like brown gravy, but it has a little bit of sweetness, like ketchup. Like, it does kind of taste like ketchup, but just with a little bit of mushroom. Huh, that's very surprising there. And I feel like I would like it a little bit more if it was just like straight up a brown mushroom gravy. But with that being said, it's still good. The potatoes are nice and big and they are crisp, and that beef is just to die for. I just had a bite with like just the beef and the egg, and that bite, the combination together is so phenomenal. I really like how they repurpose this beef into one of their brunch dishes because it's too good to not be in a brunch dish. I also think this is a very good value because yes, it's $26, but this is a humongous portion. There are so many potatoes, and the amount of beef on this dish is like, there is such a huge piece of beef, which you wouldn't expect just judging by the initial looks of it because the eggs are covering the whole thing. But once you really lift up the eggs, there is so much beef under here, and it's really a big portion. That's what I will say. Everything that we've gotten so far today has been a very big portion size. So yes, the prices are a little bit more for brunch, but the portions are definitely huge. And as full as we are, guys, we have to end our brunch with some dessert. This one came highly recommended. This is the It's Okay to Drool, their famous bread and butter pudding, French toast style, with vanilla mascarpone, mixed berries, and crispy maple glazed bacon for $24.50. People are howling in here. But this looks and smells amazing, but it looks like it's going to be so sweet. Like, this is a dessert. This is not a breakfast, and you can't convince me otherwise. So I'm glad we kind of saved it for the end here. Now this, like, yeah, it's crystallized. It's been like deep fried or something, but like this looks good, and I'm happy it has that mascarpone on top as well because we had it on the pancakes and it was so good on there. So I bet it's gonna be so good on here as well. And for as crispy as it is, when you cut into it, the inside is like actually so soft. I guess that's where the bread and butter pudding is coming into play. But I gotta get some of that mascarpone cream on this bite here. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, that is good, but that is sweet. Like, I don't know how anyone could actually order this for their main entree for breakfast and only eat this. Like, I could see if you're ordering this and splitting it and getting something else, but this is so sweet and indulgent. Like, this is a sweet treat all the way, and it's good. But this is a full-on dessert. I really like how that sugar on the outside has crystallized. And like I said, it's got a little bit of crispness, but the inside is so soft and moist. And that's where that bread pudding does come into play. Like, you could taste that bread pudding in there, and it is so delicious. There's a little bit of like a berry sauce on the bottom that pairs so well. I could use a little bit more of that sauce, but there's a ton of fresh berries here. And that mascarpone cream on top is, of course, perfection.
It tastes a lot like the Who's French toast that they used to have at Crystal Palace, which I miss dearly. But yeah, even better with the mascarpone.
Raglan Road is known for serving up a bread and butter pudding for dessert that is delicious. So I'm assuming they kind of just take that and form it into these shapes and make this French toast out of that. And it kind of does taste like that bread pudding on the inside, so I have no doubt about that. But I'd say this is probably even better than just like the plain bread pudding because it has like a different layer to it in that like extra sugary aspect. But like I said, you can't just order this. Like, it's very good and I really like it, but I would not just order this. I get it at the end, just like we did. Well, now that we're done with brunch, we had honestly so much amazing food. Lauren, what was your favorite thing that we ate today?
Probably the pretzel. I wanted to say maybe the pancakes, but I think it has to be the pretzel.
But if it wasn't the pretzel, it's the pancakes?
Probably.
Well, like they say, great minds think alike, because I have the exact same answer. The best thing we ate today was hands down that pretzel. I mean, that is a pretzel. That is something I would literally go out of my way for. Like, I would come back to Disney Springs tomorrow and the next day and the next day to eat that pretzel. That is how good it was. But if I had to pick something else, my favorite brunch food that we ate today were those blueberry pancakes, those blueberry lemon pancakes. Those were so good. And you know they're good when I'm saying something sweet was my favorite thing that we ate today. Yeah, and I even thought about not getting them, but I'm very glad that we did. I would even say those might be the best pancakes at Disney World. I think they might even be better than the pineapple macadamia nut pancakes at Kona Cafe. I don't know. If you've ever tried them out, let me know. I think they are fantastic. And talking about this brunch as a whole, I went in expecting it to be really good, and my expectations were certainly met. I mean, there are some amazing brunches around Disney Springs. You have Homecoming, you have Boathouse, you have Wine Bar George. Those are probably my favorites, or were my favorites, because I gotta say, Raglan Road is seriously the whole package. This might be my new favorite brunch at Disney World, my new favorite brunch at Disney Springs. You got great drinks, you got great food, and you got great entertainment. It's really the whole package. And with that being said, I also think brunch is the best meal to have at Raglan Road. Yes, the dinner is great. Yes, the lunch is great. But brunch was even better. So definitely make sure you guys add brunch at Raglan Road to your list of things to do when visiting Disney World. I know I'm definitely going to be back visiting very soon to grab another one of those pretzels, but thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon. I really appreciate your support. If you enjoy honest Disney food reviews, I am always going to give them to you. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.